court will call the matters of the state of Michigan versus Lawrence Buckner, case number 25S-00103, as well as 25S-00102.
Tiffany Woods for the people.
Good morning, Mayor. Please, this Honorable Court, Kareem Johnson, on behalf of Mr. Buckner.
Thank you.
Mr. Johnson, are you representing Mr. Buckner in both matters or just the 103?
Pardon me?
Are you representing Mr. Buckner in the 103 matter as well, or just the and the 102 one?
I believe just the 102 one, but I can.
I think it would be the 103 one you have.
Okay. Oh.
He's just representing him on the 103. That's the only withdrawal that I have and the only withdrawal that I've signed.
Thank you, Your Honor. What's under Davy Lebo for Mr. Buckner in the 25S and the 25S 102 matter.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence Buckner. Can you please state your name? Good morning, Mr. Buckner. You're muted still, Mr. Buckner.
Can you hear me?
I can.
All right, good morning, Judge Washington. For the record, my name is Lawrence of the family of Buckner.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Buckner.
Grand Rising.
All right. We're hearing two pre-trials today.
So the 102 matter, like to request an adjournment in order to review the discovery and some case law.
No, I think we're going forward with everything.
Mr. Johnson, what is your request?
Your Honor, I was appointed to this matter late Friday, but I've heard the wishes of my client. I likewise do not have discovery, but if he wants to proceed going forward, I asked the court set this matter for final pretrial and the trial date.
So just so you know, Counselor Johnson, is once this gets set for the final settlement conference, which would mean it's going to trial, there is no plea offer. Negotiations are done. So I just want to make sure that you're aware of that if you're setting that for the final settlement conference.
Mr. Buckner, are you okay with that?
Yeah, and I also want to. I'm well aware of. I'm glad you said that. That if he go ahead and go forward, that there will be no plea offer, and then at this point, I'm going to maintain my innocence as the black God I am, the divine being. So whatever the cause be, I'm going to accept all the consequences, standing 10 toes down. I'm tired of being discriminated against because of my color. Maybe if you would have read the police report correctly, I'm the victim. This is a travesty of justice. I've never seen somebody come to somebody's home and try to run them over with a vehicle and then they go to jail. Yeah, so I'm ready to go to trial. I'm really ready to go to trial. Because what? White people can just come to black people's house and try to run them over, and then yeah. So yeah, I got a lot of anger.
Mr. Buckner, just
because of this.
Relax for me, Mr. Buckner. Relax for me, okay?
Black lives matter.
We're gonna handle this in the appropriate form. That's not today.
See right here. See nobody called me. See nobody called me. See. I'm gonna tell you something, man.
All right, Mr. Lebo, what is it your plan to do with your case? He does not want to have an adjournment in this.
Your Honor, certainly I would do whatever Mr. Buckner is requesting. I am not 100% sure what Mr. Buckner is requesting at this point.
He wants to move forward with his trial rights, is what he has said.
My understanding is Mr. Buckner doesn't understand that he'd be giving up any potential plea offers in this case, so we would be moving forward to final settlement.
Clear. He's made that very clear.
And Judge, just to be certain, so on 102, that's Lebo's case, is that correct?
Yes.
And you've already gotten discovery, so I just need to send discovery to Counselor Johnson. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Final settlement in both of these matters, April 25th, 2025 at 9:30 a.m. with jury selection being on May 2nd, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. Bond will continue in both cases.
Your Honor, is the April 25th date via Zoom?
Yes, April 25th is via Zoom, and jury selection on May 2nd is in person.
Thank you. And Your Honor, may I please have a breakout room, Mr. Buckner, and co-counsel if he wishes to join?
That would certainly be fine with me, Your Honor.
Yes, of course.
There was a denial of him being under the influence of alcohol or drugs. First, they came in with a 771.1, which I'm not a very good judge if I take that with a guy of RNC motor vehicle. I don't care if it's under Hyder or not. And then other felonies back in September. And he's trying to tell me, your client here, which I'm not excited about, that he didn't remember. Now, anybody listening to the conversation that has gotten past 8th grade would recognize there's only one way. He's either lying to me about not being able to recall. Because he wasn't under the influence of alcohol or drugs, and this didn't happen back in 1986. It happened 4 months ago. Or he breaks into cars all the time. Maybe he breaks into 19 cars a week. I don't know. Now, here's the good news, Mr. Geisig. I'm not arrogant enough to make up my own rules here. I'm not arrogant enough to do that. I'm not going to listen to lawyers either tell me somebody doesn't remember. I mean, that would be like your client telling you it's 87 degrees out right now and you not questioning it. And then you coming in here and telling me it's 87 degrees out, Judge. So that was the issue. The bigger issue is I'm not going to hold this against you, because if you weren't telling me the truth, if you truly can't remember, you are on an escapade of stealing and breaking into cars unlike anybody. You understand what I'm telling you? Now, the good news is I'm going to assume you never broke into another car. You weren't convicted of anything else other than these things on your record. But I just get the feeling, and had the feeling then particularly, that you think this is some kind of a joke. Well, listen. Do I look like the kind of guy that's going to stand here idly by while somebody is telling me a lie and not call them on it? This isn't a bar. We're not talking about fish stories here. Whether the salmon was 19 inches, 2 inches, or 8 feet and 7 inches. So if you truly couldn't remember, you're going to end up, and I was the one, right? What did I tell you about going to check out Department of Corrections?
I'll be back in there.
Pardon?
I'll be back in there.
It's not going to take you till 2030.